Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica, or Ricky Mickey Plans, and I am here to plan another week because the weeks keep coming, so I keep planning. I have my phone handy because I'm planning on a Wednesday afternoon, and we have been out of school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday due to a snowstorm that came through on Sunday, and we don't yet know what's going to happen on Thursday, tomorrow. So I'm keeping my phone handy so that when I get the call that says, we're going to school as normal, we're going on a 2-hour delay, we're not going to school and we're doing virtual learning, whatever the call is, I will get it. So when that comes in, I'll have to pause the video. All right, this week is the week after the snowstorm, and hopefully everything is cleared up now and we're all good to go. This is the week of January 13th through the 19th. And I asked my daughter, as I often do, what she thought I should do with my planner this week. And she happens to know that I am an avid puzzler. I love doing jigsaw puzzles. I'm not a speed puzzler, I'm just a puzzler. But she said puzzles, and I was like, oh, okay, if you say so. So I'm doing puzzles. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put these. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait a minute. All right. Sorry, I should have thought this through before I started the video, but I didn't, so you get this in real life, real time. I'm going to alter the inserts a bit. Just for the fun of it, I made some inserts that are almost identical to what I have here. They've got the 3 columns. I'm sorry, they've got the columns with the 3 rows. It's just that the boxes have these little puzzle piece thingers on them, holes and pegs or whatever you call them. And so what I'm going to end up doing is taping these to these, which means I have to replace the January and I have to replace the dates, but I can get to that. But I want to transfer my Post-its first. I will probably talk about this in a minute, but pre-planning is super helpful if you're going to spend time doing decorative planning. You don't want to lose precious time on decorating that causes you to forget the functional part of planning. Did I say that correctly? You need to have time. I had to make time to do the decorative planning by making the functional part of planning easier. And so one way I do that is with Post-its, and the other way I do that is with having a collection of icon stickers nearby that will remind me of other things that aren't on Post-its. So those 2 things help me have time to play. So now I'm going to get my planner back here. And I'm going to stick these back on the discs because it is easiest to adhere extra pages or 2 different layouts together when it's on the disc. I also need to grab some adhesive. I don't know how much is on this roll, but we shall find out. So what I do, oh goodness, loud dogs, sorry. I don't know why, but I'm kind of nervous about doing this. I've done this before. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I am. Is I put a line of adhesive there, a line of adhesive here. I go down pretty close to this edge because this edge is where I grab it from when I'm turning the pages. And then I like to also get some in between each tab. I don't know that that's necessary, but it gives me a feeling of confidence in the page holding. And so then this is pulled taut against the discs. This is pulled taut against the discs. And theoretically, it should all be lined up without me looking. I say theoretically because obviously it wasn't perfect. Can you see right there? It's not perfect. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. So now I will do the same here. And basically, I did this just for fun. This is absolutely not necessary if you are doing decorative planning. But I thought it'd be fun. I thought, to me, as soon as my daughter said puzzles, I'm like, yeah, I've got to make the boxes into puzzle pieces. Like, it just made sense to me. So these are now my pages. See how easily it flips there? So ta-da! So now these will come back off the discs again. They're a little thicker, but it's all good. And now I can get to doing what else I wanted to do. I'll probably end up trimming that little bit there. Anyway, the other thing I want to do is I made some stickers. Normally when I make stickers, I do what's called a kiss cut, and I kind of leave it on the page. That's how these stickers are made. You know, where the sticker stays on the page, so you cut through the sticker part, but not the backing. It's called a kiss cut. But I did not do a kiss cut with these because I want to place them first. I don't know where I want them. But I want them to kind of look slightly thrown on the page like that, but also kind of coming down the center. So I want to kind of do something like this, coming down the center of the pages, and the pages. There are 2 pages here, and then along the bottom as well. That's kind of the look I'm going for, and I want it to look random, even though I am spending a little bit of time placing them where I want them, right? And so I think I'll do just a little bit more here, going out like this, so it kind of looks, it looks like they kind of spilled down this way. Am I making sense? And they have to overlap a little bit every once in a while, but not completely every time. And even though I like to balance my colors, they can't be perfectly balanced or they won't look as random. So you do have to have a few colors of the same touching each other and near each other. But if you do too much of that, then you get a weird spot of all blue like this is, and that's no good either. And let's see, I'm going to get rid of these here for just a minute and see what I've got and kind of look at it. What do you think? Does it look like these just kind of fell? Kind of does. Kind of looks like they just spilled down the page, right? But yeah, I think this is what I'm kind of going for. Kind of a random spillage. By the way, I don't know if I made it clear when I was talking about snow days and virtual days and all that. I am a public school teacher, and so even though I'm a gazillion years old, snow days still matter to me because it's my job. So if that didn't make sense, maybe now it will. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's I'm gonna switch these two. It's been crazy. We had 2 weeks of winter break, and then we've now had 3 days of virtual learning, e-learning technically, which means it was asynchronous e-learning, so we could just post assignments and be available to students if they needed help or had any questions. But we didn't have to meet with them online. But the state I live in only allows, I'm going to put those like they're linked, that's kind of cute, only allows a school district 3 asynchronous virtual days a school year, which I actually kind of understand, because as much as we were trying very hard, not as much learning got done as in a normal school day, obviously. So which means if we have any more snow days, they're going to be synchronous days, meaning we will, be on basically Zoom. We don't use Zoom at my school, we use Google Meets, but we will be meeting with kids throughout the day. So if tomorrow, which to you is last week when you're watching this, but to me, if tomorrow is a snow day, that's what it will be. We didn't work any actual snow days into our calendar. So we can't just give the kids a snow day, which breaks my heart a little bit, but you know what? I'm not in charge. They don't ask me. So when they make the calendar, they didn't ask the music teacher. What do you know? But yeah, so we don't get any actual just plain old go out and play in the snow days. Although a lot of the assignments we've been posting this last 3 days have been in relation to go outside and play in the snow. We've found ways to put it into the assignments because that's what teachers do, right? Get creative with what's going on in the world. And in their little world, it's snowy right now. All right, so I'm just going to finish putting these down. I might zhuzh them a little as I go, but basically what you see is what's going to be here in a minute. I may have to go back and cut a few more puzzle pieces. I had no idea I'd go through so many, and it looks even a little sparse still. Sparse? It looks a little empty. Words, sorry. Um, yeah, so I may have to make some more. Just not sure how I'm feeling about this. Hold on, my phone just made a noise. I want to see what it was. Well, that was an uncool teaser. The post was, the message was, I'm drafting a post now, which means they've decided, but they need to get their wording. Oh, and now my phone is dinging again. That might be the real call. All right, I'm not going to answer anymore until it actually rings. Texts are not going to be the answer. That was just some other teacher friends going, how long does it take to draft a message? I mean, come on, give them some time. Yeah, just so you know, teachers get as worked up about this as the kids and as the parents, for many reasons. I mean, we are parents. Many of us will have to find childcare for our own kids, find ways to teach our own kids and, help our own kids through virtual learning, if in fact that's what happens tomorrow. So, yeah, we get just as invested in all this as the kids and parents do. Not necessarily because we want it or don't want it, but just because we need to know. All right, now I need to cut down the center here, which is easier said than done, to be honest with you. Sometimes can be a troublemaker to do this. And then I will go with my punch and punch out the mushroom holes that I covered up when doing this. I have a punch that will just, I'll show you in a little bit, but it'll just punch them all. But if you don't have a punch, you can just do it by hand with an X-Acto knife or even with scissors. Like, you don't have to have that fun, fancy tool. And now there are little pieces of puzzle sticker all over my scissors, all over my desk, all over my fingers. But I think you get the basic idea of what this is going to look like now. So that is kind of the end of decorating, and now I'm going to get down to functional land. So I'm going to start with Post-its and icons. I'll kind of switch between the two. So let's start with this Post-it. Glory of the Post-it system is that I can move it to next week, and next week I won't have to think either. So the first thing on the Post-it is trash night. So I'll put a little sticker down here for trash night, because on Monday night the trash goes out so that we can, it can get picked up on Tuesday morning. And then for us, trash night is also shot night for a family member, and so I'll put a little syringe down here to remind us of that. I also have, upside down for some reason, icons of little TVs from my daughter's work schedule. But since I'm planning so early, I don't yet know that. So I'm not putting those in yet. I will go back to that and do it later, but I'm not doing it yet. I do know my son will have a soccer game on Tuesday night. So I'll put a little icon here for that. He plays in a community soccer league. And I do know that my husband will have a game night on Thursday night. And I do hope that my friends and I, including my husband, will have a game night on Friday night. That's what these two Post-its are. The Thursday one is pretty much always happens. The Friday night one, I'm going to move these, by the way, to my planner, which is off to the side. The Friday night one happens sometimes and not all the time, and that's okay, because that's life, right? You can't always do it. And like everybody who's in this game on Friday nights, we're all at different walks in life, and so some have little kids, some have adult kids, some have no kids. So it just takes a lot to get together. All right, these I use for pet things, if there are vet appointments or flea treatments, but there's nothing this week. These I use for concerts, but there's nothing this week. These I use for flights, nothing this week. Early in the morning. You know what? No matter what happens Thursday and Friday of the week previous to this, Monday is going to seem early, because no matter what happens Thursday and Friday, we still wouldn't have gone to work a whole week before the weekend. So I'm going to give myself a nice little get up early sticker there. And then these I will get to in a minute. I don't have icons for these two, but I do have Post-its, so I'll go ahead and get those. And what I will do with those is use some highlighters. So I have highlighters. I have both mild liners and Sharpies, Sharpie S Notes, and I will use these whatever color I choose because they all kind of match. By the way, did you know that I noticed I went with winter colors? Did I mention that already? Winter colors. Nice, right? So since there's no purple in this little corner, I'm going to use some purple for this church choir entry. So I'll put the time and what it is right here, which means I can now move this Post-it to next week. And then for church, I will use a highlighter as well. A lot of people use boxes for things, and I used to love boxes. And then I got sick of searching for boxes. I'm just going to be honest with you. I got tired of searching for boxes that matched. And so I just decided to switch to highlighters. And I've actually really loved it. And I'll use highlighters for these too. For instance, I'll use let's use a blue here. So this will be for my son's soccer game that he has. And then I'll use another blue here for this is my husband's game night here. So the icon just brings your attention to it. And then the highlighting is where I'll write information. And this one, I will give 3 lines of text because there are more details I need to write about that one. So highlighters, I love them. I'm so glad I switched to them. There is still a sticker remnant on one of my fingers, driving me crazy. I do want to mark that my daughter's college semester is starting up on Monday. And so I think I'll use a highlighter for that. So let's just go right in here. I'm going to have to write kind of small because I want to get in between these little puzzle dealy bobbies. So I'll write that college starts today, and I'll put for my daughter and put her name. So that's an important thing. I have a faculty meeting after school on Tuesday, so I will need to put that in here. Let's use this cute little color here. So this will be for my after school faculty meeting. Give myself 2 lines of text for that. So since I can't put my daughter's work schedule in yet, because I don't know that, I can't put any appointments for her in yet, because I don't know that yet. I can put one of her appointments that I know about because it's reoccurring, which means I'm going to slide this puzzle piece over because I want some more room to write right here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just not going to I'm not going to let it overlap to the other side, I don't think. Maybe I will. I don't know. No, I think I'm just going to let that be. Nobody's going to notice that, and if they do, they get the prize. So I'm going to put my daughter, she has an appointment here that I want to put in. And I mean, really, that's it. I will have some callback auditions this week. My husband and I are both the musical directors, and so we will have callbacks, but we're not positive when those are because of all the snow days. I do know that because I taped over the original page, I need to put a January thing at the top. And since I don't love my handwriting, I'll draw attention to it by doing it with a sticker instead of trying to be fancy with my handwriting because my handwriting's no good. And then I made myself a little quote sticker that says, "Life is one big puzzle. Have fun as you solve it." I wanted a quote puzzle that was, somewhat inspiring, but also fit the theme here. And I can't get this sticker off its backing. Good golly, Miss Molly. I can't get it off. You want to know why I couldn't get it off? Because it's not a sticker. I printed it when I printed these pages, which were paper. Sat there and I played with every corner, pulling, and nothing was coming up, and I couldn't figure it out until now. It's not even a sticker. But here's to show you that you can make stickers without sticker paper. You can just use regular old copy paper, which is all this is. Put some glue on it. Just a regular old glue stick is all that was. And you've got yourself a sticker. So that wasn't a sticker. That's so embarrassing. I crack myself up. This, I believe, I cut as a sticker, I think. Let's find out. But this I'm going to use for my steps, which have been totally out of whack for weeks. I didn't do well to keep my steps up over winter break, and I haven't kept my steps up well over these snow days. And so, yeah, it's been bad. If I put this here, I'll need something here, and I don't know what that'll be. If I put it here, I could just make the puzzle thing kind of come up more. I want it here, and I don't know why, which means I'll have to figure something out for right here. But I don't know what I'm going to do right there. I'll have to do something because that's a weird empty slot. So, okay. The other thing I need to do is my to-do lists. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know this. If you haven't, you don't. I like to keep my to-do lists separate from my activities and appointments. So I take these little partial sheets from Tool, although Happy Planner has their own version of these as well. Or you can just make them from paper and cut them down. And then I made puzzle pieces that were basically these, but are white and bigger. And I'm going to make these into headers for my to-do list. This is completely extra. Everything is extra. Let's be honest. If you're a decorative planner, everything you do is extra, right? But it's a kind of extra that it makes me want to look at my planner and at my plans, which is why we decorative plan. So yes, this is extra, but everything I'm doing is extra. So anyway, so I make one to-do list for at home and one to-do list for at work. There's the phone call. There's the phone call. I'm going to see what this is. I'll be right back. Well, that's not the call I wanted. We're virtual. Yeah, I'm sighing. I don't want to do it. Can I do it? Yeah. Is it great for the kids? No. Do I understand it? Absolutely. Safety is important. Safety is the most important. If they're not safe and alive, we can't teach them at all. So I totally get it, but I'm also frustrated. It's awful. 4 days in a row. Okay. I'm going to have to wrap my head around that. But right now, I'm just going to finish this planner spread. So there we go. This is why I did it on Wednesday. I normally do this on Thursday night. I did it on Wednesday because I was afraid that Thursday would be virtual and that I would be like, because like I said, tomorrow's the first, Thursday's the first synchronous learning day or virtual day. And so I know my brain's just going to be mush by the end of the day. So I'm not going to want to do it tomorrow/Thursday. So that's why I did it early. All right, I usually try to have some extra decorative stickers to put at the bottom of these, and I do happen to have 2 that I saved. So my question is do I put these at the bottom of this, or do I incorporate them in here? Here, here, or here? If this was alive, you could tell me. This is not alive, though, so I get to decide, so I'm just going to put them here. I don't mind that these pages say Tool at the bottom. I don't mind one little bit, but I'm going to cover it up anyway, just because I can. So I will cover that one up, and then I will cover the other one up. If I can get this off of here. This one really is a sticker, though. Oh, I can't believe I did that. And so then I will do so, like so. So, like so, yeah. And now these can live in my planner because they're punched, and so I can put the work one on top when I'm at work, the home one on top when I'm at home. I can leave one at home, leave one at work, leave them both in. I can do whatever I want, and it works out really great. So if you have not tried separate to-do lists and you really love to-do lists as much as I do, this is a good way to go. Now I want this to say steps, but I'm out of step stickers on both my pages, so I can't use a sticker for that. And I didn't print any extras of this, but lucky for me, Colorful Boxes has the colors that will match this. So I'm going to use this cooler purple, I think. And I will have this say steps. I will have to handwrite it. And then I will also get some dot markers, a dot marker, and mark the 7 days of the week here so that I can fill out my steps all week. If you don't know what I mean by a dot marker, these are Zig clean color dot markers, and they do exactly what you'd think. They make dots, which are great for checkoff lists. I'm sorry, my phone is exploding with everybody, all the staff talking about tomorrow. I'll get back to that in a little bit. But yeah, these are great for things like this, where I will write the days of the week so that I can write in my steps. They're great for to-do lists. I will use them on this page. So I'll just go ahead and put some. And this is where I'll put the to-do list and I can check them off at the dots. Same with the work one. I love to check things off. So these are one of my favorite things. One of my very favorite things. If I was Oprah, I would be giving these away to all of you because these are my favorite things. I did tell you that I would show you the punch. Again, you do not need to have a punch, but I have one, so I'm going to use it. But you can totally cut these out by hand. But the punch has all these different holes, and it's the mushroom shape. And so you stick these in, which these are a little thick. These may not, I don't think I can do two at once because it's thick because it's 2 pages and it's all the stickers. I stick these in. There are some guidelines on it. And then I just push it down. And sometimes they stick. See, that one is stuck. But if I just, see, he just unpopped by himself. I was going to have to get something to pry it out. And I'm now seeing that this sticker isn't cut right. But yeah, see, it punched right through all those stickers. And so now I can put this in the book. And so I will do the other side as well. And now, ta-da! It's like a planner page, like it was always meant to be, right? So that is my spread. This does not seem to have enough stuff on it. I know I'm missing something. It's because it's so early in the week that I don't have everything. So this is my spread for now. For now. All right, I'll go ahead and say goodbye now. So please thumbs up, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. And as I always say, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy planning. And if I come back, I'll say all that again. All right. Thank you. Wish us luck tomorrow on our first synchronous virtual day. Hope you have a great weekend or week or whatever you are when you're watching this. Bye-bye. I put a few circles and, I don't know, explosion stickers around, and I need to write the dates in. So thinking since I have these circles here, I'm going to make use of them. So I'm going to write some of the dates in these circles and then some of the dates above. And I feel like I want to highlight for the ones above. I'm going to write all the dates that are in the circles in blue and the ones that are not in black. And then if I want to highlight over them, I can. So Monday will be the 13th. I apologize for my handwriting. It is not good. See, my 3 is so much smaller than my 1. It's my horrible handwriting. And now it looks like an 8. I messed it up. All right, 14. This is 15. My problem is I don't want to take my time. 16. This is 17. 18. So this is 19. All right, so if that is that, then I'm going to write the rest of these in black. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, should I highlight over those to make the blue kind of carry across? I'm going to regret this. I'm going to leave it. 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 I'm going to write January. Wish me luck. I do not have handwriting that I am proud of. I wish I could be proud of my handwriting, but I'm not. And then here I write steps. And again, I know if I took my time better, my handwriting would be better. Pardon me. And then here I write Monday, Tuesday. And again, take my time. It'd be better, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was rushed when I said it before, but I seriously mean it. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great week. And of course, happy planning. Bye-bye.